thanks for tuning in. This is Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Combiner Wars Deluxe Class Quickslinger. Or as all of us G1 fans know him as, the one and only Slingshot. Now, when Alpha Bravo came out for the Combiner Wars Superion, a lot of people were kind of up in arms. But I'm really happy to see that Hasbro basically had a Slingshot figure planned all along. Now, for the package, you see the nice open shell. You do see his new head, obviously, there. And then the comic book behind him, which also dubs as kind of the background for the card. Then you got Transformers, Generations, come around here this side. You got a Superion. On the back here, all 5 of the aerial bots are represented proper. You got Air Raid, Skydive, Silverbolt, Quickslinger, and of course, Firefly. Now, counterpart Breakneck, which in the bio nicely homages the Wild Rider, it says, if everything Quickslinger said about his feats in battle were true, he'd be the most decorated Autobot warrior. While he's not actually a battlefield legend, he is the best shooter among the aerial bots. Once an enemy is in his sights, there's a good shot they'll end up in a sling. Now, that little bit right there kind of plays into it where it's a slingshot, but I think that the Wild Rider one was done a little bit better. But obviously, it's there, just not kind of put together, I guess, but who cares? And then like with all the Combiner War figures, you can see that it can be an arm or a leg, whatever the case may be. For me, he will be an arm, and he will be replacing Alpha Bravo, but that's not to say that Alpha Bravo is not a good figure. It's just, for me, the aerial bots are kind of lacking without Slingshot, but here we have him. So without further ado, let's get this guy out here and see how cool he actually is. All right, guys, so here we have Quickslinger open up and out of his packaging. And again, taking a look at the comic book, you can see the nice image right here. You kind of have some buildings here, and then you got some more jets flying around in the back. But you come around here to the back of the actual comic, and you got some information such as his name and a little bit more of a backstory on him. Now, apparently, and I don't read the comics, and I didn't flip through this, so I don't know. Obviously, it probably doesn't feature it or anything, but apparently, Slingshot died in the comic books, and that's why they replaced him with Alpha Bravo. I don't know if this comic actually touches on that or anything like that, but they definitely don't really hint at it here in the extended bio for him. But you flip around here to the back, and on the back you do see the sketch phase, gray model phase, obviously the finished product, which I like. I think that that's a really nice touch and helps to kind of round things out for the overall collectability of them, I suppose. It makes it more, I guess, just collector friendly. But then here you have the figure. Now, he is just a repaint with a new head, but primarily just a repaint of Firefly. And again, I'm sure a lot of G1 fans are really happy to actually have a Slingshot figure. Ironically enough, the jet mode that they have here seems to fit a Slingshot here a little bit more, I think, than the actual Firefly character. It's definitely more of a Slingshot kind of jet mode with them, but basically this is what you have. Like I said, it is a repaint, but it does have a lot of those elements that Slingshot had. Now, much like Breakneck, I'm happy that we have this guy, but to be totally honest, I really feel like he's kind of pointless, to be totally honest with you. You set that right there. It's very cool to have him, but I don't think it's necessary. And then the fact that he's just the repaint, when you combine them, there really doesn't seem to be too much of a difference. So having said that, having Alpha Bravo is actually kind of a cool thing because it breaks up that exact jet sort of look on him. Now, whether or not you agree or disagree is your personal preference. I mean, I love the fact that he's here. Don't get me wrong. And this is how I'm going to be displaying my Superion. Because for me, I'm a G1 fan, so it works. But I also do appreciate the different look that Superion gets when you have Alpha Bravo. I think that is really cool. So if you're not able to pick this guy up, Alpha Bravo is a perfectly fine replacement for him, so I don't mind him at all. Now, as I mentioned in my review of Breakneck, initially we thought this was just going to be a Takara exclusive. They are releasing a full set of the aerial bots, with their fancied up paint scheme and things like that, and they will be including this. That's how we originally thought we were going to be getting this guy. And it was eventually released in terms of information that we will be getting him from Hasbro. He will be an exclusive. I think it is Toys R Us, but I also do think it's a shared exclusive, so it may show up on certain websites, like maybe Big Back Toy Store or something like that. I don't have all the details for that. But he will be getting an individual release, so you don't have to go out and get the whole set just to get a Slingshot character, or Quickslinger, whatever you want to call him. But because we already took a look at this when I reviewed Firefly, since the transformation is exactly the same, we're going to go from a Quickslinger looking like this to looking like this. And I really, again, absolutely love having this figure. They did give him a new head, but beyond everything else, just being a repaint, it just, honestly, it feels like Slingshot. I don't know. It's strange. Like I said, it just feels like this mold was more designed for him than it was for Firefly. Now, as you see, he does have blue eyes, as opposed to the more cartoon-accurate orange ones. The actual United version that will be coming out from Takara does have the more cartoon-accurate look with the orange eyes. I don't mind this, honestly, all that much. I think that the orange on orange will probably look a little bit strange, even though I'm sure they will adjust the tone a little bit. But this is a great-looking figure. I'm really very happy with it. It's, like I said, it just seems to fit him a whole lot more. Now, he does come with a gun. We did get that previously. I don't remember which one it was, but it is the exact same gun that we got before. I don't remember if it was actually a Firefly that came with it or what, but he does come with that. He also does come with the hand and the foot thing. Also, the Takara version will feature white hands and feet, or whatever you want to do. I mean, it will be white, so that will be more accurate as well. But overall, really very happy with the guy. It's, for me as a G1 fan, a nice way to kind of get that G1 looking Superion, but I do appreciate Alpha Bravo. Now, because he's always meant to be an arm, in my opinion, that's how I'm going to choose to display him. Obviously, you can use him as a leg as well. But for his arm mode, he transforms the exact same way. So, here that is. And again, I mean, it is going to look a little bit weird, especially if you use him as an arm. Coming up a little bit so that you can actually see me attaching him. Because it is the exact same mold on both the right and left side, it does give a little bit more cohesion, but it probably will look a little strange. At least with this, there's the obvious difference here. But taking out Alpha Bravo, detach that right there. We're going to obviously use his gun, so get that out of the way, and then just slot this right in. Boom, there you have your more G1 inspired looking Superion. And again, like I said, I kind of feel bad for this little guy just because a lot of people were really happy with him, and I mean, he's got a big following in terms of the comic book, so I mean, I'm very sympathetic to him. But it's one of those things where, for me, this just sits well better. Obviously, because I'm a G1 fan, so I can appreciate you know, having Slingshot a little bit more than Alpha Bravo, but that doesn't mean that this guy isn't good, and I'm very happy that they reuse this to give us blades. Now, as I said, he will be hitting, I believe it's Toys R Us exclusively in terms of retail outlets, and then online, just keep your eyes open. I'm sure any number of the big websites will be carrying him. But beyond that, that's about it, guys. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Don't forget that you can keep in touch with me by liking my Facebook page at facebook.com/teambotimus, and by following me over on Twitter at twitter.com/optibotimus. Also, I'd encourage you to check out my website at optibotimusreviews.com, where you can see all my videos from the previous week, see what I have coming up for future release, and also get your very own Optibotimus t-shirt. And remember to check out Sabertron.com for all of your Transformer news, as well as photo galleries on this and other Transformer figures. And finally, I'd also really appreciate it, guys, that if you like this review, don't forget to please like and comment, and be sure to subscribe so that you never miss a future video. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
Class dismissed.